And now it's time for Generation 9. So, first off, we got Sprigatito, the weed cat.
Pretty cute. I gotta say, it's pretty cute. And originally it was a fur bait, but now it's kind of cute.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. I think it's one of the it's a cute starting Pokemon. I really like its design, and I like the little nubs at the end of its cheeks.
Mhm.
Next up, Florigato.
It's just a more grown up cat with it standing out on two legs.
Yeah, I think it's also pretty cool. I think this is one of the better mid-stage evolutions. It's good. It's a good transition from like cat to like furry bait, and now we got into the actual furry bait, Meowscarada.
Yeah, it's a furry bait.
It's an extreme furry bait. I think it's worse off than Sprigatito and Florigato. I think it's still pretty average. I still like it, but it's not like
And
on the
also the
top.
signature move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also its signature move, flower trick.
Yeah, it never misses. Critical hits. It's a pain. It's a pain in the ass move. It's a really broken move. Next,
It is pretty broken.
next up, Fue Coco, your starter.
Yep. The fire croc Pokemon, cute and all right, but not bad.
Yeah,
I like it. I
yeah,
like it.
yeah. It's pretty cool. I quite like Fue Coco quite a bit as well. Next up is Crocolore,
It's kind of grown up and got a little sombrero
but it's
and
got a
kind of
clown
quirky to be
mask.
honest.
It's a clown mask, to be honest. It's a crocodile with a clown mask and a sombrero. I kind of don't like. I think it's yeah. I think it's pretty forgettable, to be honest. Skeledirge though, pretty awesome.
Yeah. Uh, uh, it kick. I know it's slow, but it sure can kick ass really good. It's also got that really bad that signature move in Torch Song.
Yeah, it raises special attack, and you got a modest nature Skeledirge at that. So yeah, Quaxley, Donald Duck, my personal favorite of the three. I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's Donald Duck, I know, and it's a Ducklet clone, but I prefer it over Ducklet any day. Quaxwell, though, I think it's kind of forgettable. I think it's one of the more mid-stage evolutions. Quackwaval, though, I think it's pretty awesome. I quite enjoy Quackwaval's presence quite a lot.
And its signature move, Aqua Step.
Yeah, always goes. It's Quackwaval's already fast, and having that speed increased even more. It's pretty good, and it's got that hidden ability in Moxie, which I prefer over Skeledirge's, and admittedly, Meowscarada's Protean. Next up, Lechonk, the meme.
Yeah, just for the memes, but as Pokemon wise, it's just the normal ass looking Piglet.
It is a normal ass looking piglet. It's average. Oinkalone though, both male and female forms of Oinkalone.
They're just pretty normal looking pigs.
Yeah,
Kind of forget.
yeah, it's very forgettable both of them. I don't think people are gonna remember Oinkalone that much.
Yeah,
Tarantula, which has a pretty dumb name, Tarantula.
yeah, but also pretty forgettable.
It's a generic ass bug type, even though I like its face.
Yeah,
Spidops though, I think it's pretty cool.
and also also kind of forgettable because not that not well,
It's the early game.
not the regional.
Yeah, it's the early game bug type. I think you can excuse it because Spidops just looks freaking cool and it's got a badass name to boot, even though its move pool kind of sucks and it's just overall
Yeah,
uncompetitive. Nimble.
Yeah, it kind of looks. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's pretty average, I think. Low kicks though, I think kicks all kinds of ass. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Even
it's
though
pretty
we,
cool.
yeah, even though we've never used one, I wanted to use a low kicks because Bug Dark, it's got a pretty cool typing in Bug Dark, and it's got a really diverse moveset. I really like it. Palmy.
The Pikachu clone of Paldea. That's cute.
Yeah, I think it's pretty alright. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it's pretty alright to be honest. Uh,
Hmm?
Next up is Palmo.
It's kind of all right. It just stands up on two legs.
Yeah, it's yellow as well, so it makes it stand out quite a bit. But I don't think it's any better than Palmy. Palmot though, I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, oh, just it's. I mean, the type electric fighting is cool. Got that really good signature move and
Double shock.
double shot. Just really, really awesome.
And it's also got Revival Blessing, which we'll talk about that move in another Pokemon. But yeah, I just want to mention that Palmot is VGC viable because of Revival Blessing.
Yeah.
Next up, Tandemaus.
It it it's just too. It's just too mouse.
I like the
Like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I like the couple design, but I think it looks like Mickey Mouse, and I think they're Mickey Mouse clones, and I kind of don't like it for being that.
Yeah.
Next up is Mousehold, both family of 3 and family of 4 form.
It's just Tenda Mouse, but they have a baby.
Yeah, I think the original is pretty alright, and I think the family of 4 form is pretty cool because I like it's a happy family. No offense to only child families there, but yeah, I like Tandem. Actually, no. Let's put them both in the same category because they're both, a family. And who hates to be broken up that.
Yeah.
Next up, Fido.
Really, really cute. Really cute.
I think it's really cute. Even though it's kind of generic, to be honest, we've had too many dog Pokemon in Paldea, so I think it goes pretty averagely.
And also, really good name.
Yeah, I like the pun. I appreciate the pun as well as its evolution. Dash Bun.
Yep.
But I think it's pretty forgettable, to be honest.
And it is pretty forgettable.
Next up, Small Live. Small Olive. You've used one. I think it's an olive. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, to be honest. Dolive.
It's almost like roll.
Yeah, it's kind of Raltsy in a way. I think it's pretty average, though. Even though you use the Dolive, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty alright, to be honest. Arboliva.
Yep. Oh, Arboliva. I've used this thing. To be honest, it's really good. Yeah, it's slow as hell, but it can really take. It's good. It hits especially hard. Good. Ah, just Arboliva is really good.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most underrated Paldea Pokemon, I think. It's pretty awesome. I like the Christmas tree Pokemon as well.
Olives.
Yeah. Squawkabilly.
It's pretty forgettable.
I don't like it. I think Squawkabilly is it's kind of bad, to be honest. I don't like. We've had too many normal flying types, and this one is probably it's really generic compared to the rest of the normal flyings.
It's like Chatot, but pretty even more forgettable.
Oh, you want a guts normal flying type? Swellow. Oh, you want a fast flying type? Staraptor. Next up is Knackley, one of my favorite Pokemon in Paldea. It's the Mushroom Rock Pokemon, and I really, really love it.
Yeah, the rock mushroom from Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, but it's also a salted rock mushroom. It's so
Yeah.
adorable, and its walking animation in Scarlet and Violet is so cute. I love Knackley so much. Knackle Stack, the Minecraft monster.
Yeah, it's almost like a Minecraft mob.
I think it's pretty cool. And Garganackle, I think it's awesome.
Yep, this iron golem with a pyramid, very Minecraft dish.
Pyramid head, um, a lot of salt, and I'm glad this thing is competitively viable in VGC because, god damn, is this thing bulky.
It is.
Charcadet.
It's okay, cute and also awesome at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. I like Charcadet quite a bit. Next,
Mm-hmm.
next up is Armor Rouge.
Yep, it's really cool looking, and it's also got that cool signature move in armor cannon.
It's got really buff arms. I like it. It's pretty cool. Ledge,
Yeah, it
though.
is.
All right, Ledge, the Mega Man boss.
I think it's the better of the two, and but it's really cool, and it's also got a really good signature move in bitter blade.
Yeah. I think Ledge is a bit overrated. It's a bit too overhyped as a cool Pokemon, but I still think it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Tadbulb.
It's pretty much electric Timble.
Yeah, I think it's pretty average, to be honest. Next up, Belly Bolt.
Uh, it's it's all right, not bad.
Yeah, I think it's also pretty alright. Even though I like the disc jockey as a stomach,
Yeah, and also one of its abilities, electromorphosis.
which I still don't know how that ability works. Would you enlighten me on that one?
It boosts the power of the next electric type move when hit by an attack.
Oh, okay. So when it gets hit by an attack, like say, but it's Thunderbolt and Volt Switch hit hard, right?
Yes,
I think it's pretty cool. I
I
think it's
guess.
pretty cool in that regard, but still think it's pretty average, even though its design is pretty cute. Anyway, Wattrel.
It's just like a normal looking bird, but all right, it ain't bad.
It ain't bad. I think it's gonna be forgettable though. I think it's pretty cute. Kilowattrel though.
I mean, we already have a powerful electric flying type in Zapdos, but this one's pretty freaking cool looking.
Yeah, I think this is underrated. This one is an underrated Pokemon. When people talk about electric flying, they usually think of Zapdos, but I think Kilowattrel deserves to be in that camp, especially because it's actually useful. Volt Absorb is a good ability, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mass Chiff.
It's just an angrier dog.
Yeah, I think it's pretty average in that regard. Mabostiff, Mabostiff, however you want to call it.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah. Arvin's Mabostiff. It's pretty sad.
I think everyone shuts up Mabostiff because of Arvin. His story with the Mabostiff is so goddamn tear jerking. It made me cry at the end. Yeah, I love Mabostiff. I think it's really good. It's really awesome. It's also the mob boss dog,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty intimidating. And that's why it gets intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
Strudel.
Pretty kind of forgettable.
Yeah. Grafii.
Loved it in the trailer, but Pokemon, but in the games, not.
Yeah, I think
No.
it's the same thing with Shurdle. I think this family's kind of forgettable as well. Shurdle and Grafii, even though they look cool and Poison is a good typing. Next up, Bramblin.
It's a cool tumbleweed. I like the tumbleweed.
I like tumbleweeds. They're pretty alright. They're pretty average. Brambleghast, though?
It's Trevenant 2.0.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's another Pokemon that's pretty underrated. Like, I like the idea of a scary tumbleweed, and Brambleghast pulled it off really, really creepily. But I love it. Toad's cool.
It's a walking tentacle.
Squidward with legs. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Same with Toadscruel.
It's just tentacle, but with walking legs.
Yeah, I also think it's pretty cool because I also like their typing of grass ground. It just fits them all. It just fits them. Next up is Cloth.
Our Rocky Mr. Krabs Pokemon.
I don't like it. To be honest, I don't like it. It's pretty creepy, and being the first Titan and all is pretty cool and all, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be for. It just puts me off. Cloth just puts me off.
Mm-hmm.
Capsakid.
Kind of intimidating looking.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
But
forgettable to be honest.
hmm,
I like the name Capsaicin Kid. Scovillain though, okay. I gotta tell you a story about Scovillain. When I started laddering Gen 9 random battles on Pokemon Showdown, you know what? The one Pokemon keeps showing up 9 times out of 10 in every Ranbats game I played? Scovillain. Because of its typing, its moody ability, and that substitute flamethrower leech seed protects stally ass set that just puts me off of it. Ugh, Scovillain. I think it's pretty cool though. I,
yeah,
the grass fire
terrible experience. But it's kind of cool design.
Yeah, the fire grass typing is a really good typing. It's very defensively viable, and yeah, Scoville is a. I like the idea. It's based on the Scoville scale, and it's 2 peppers. It also looks like a flower vase with 2 flowers.
Yeah, it is.
Relor.
All right, then kind of forgettable.
Okay, you don't like the dung beetle.
Yeah.
Rabska though.
All right. I like the bug psychic typing, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is the Pokemon we were talking about Revival Blessing, which is
Mm-hmm.
this is the originator of that. I think it's pretty all right to be honest. Next up is Flittle.
Cute name, little,
Yeah, it's a
but
cute name, but yeah, it's pretty forgettable to be honest. Next up, Espathra.
our Egyptian bird Pokemon.
I kind of like it, even though yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of generic design, but I like the Egyptian vibes we got going on, and signature ability, signature move, Lumina Crash, and then couple that with Speed Boost and the Life Orb set. It's pretty OP in that regard.
Yep, it is. It is pretty good.
All right. Next up, we have Tinka Tink.
pretty cute. It's really cute.
Yeah, it's got a baby hammer. I think it's pretty average. Tinka Tough.
Yeah, the, the guy gotta go. The little girl gotta grow up, and so does the hammer.
Yeah, I think it's pretty it's pretty average to be. I think it's the same way as Tinkatink, the same way I feel about it. But Tinkaton though,
Uh, one thing we can tell about Tinkaton, it's its signature move. Gigaton hammer, boy.
yeah, 160 power steel type move is a real pain in the butt to deal with. Tinkaton, no wonder it's like
Yeah,
one of the most used Pokemon as well in all of Paldea. And yeah, it's just really good. It's a better Mawile.
yeah. And I know its attacking power is not the best, but who cares? Who
Who
cares, to be honest?
who cares? This thing kills Corviknights for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Wiglet. This guy. He's a meme. He's a meme genius, and I think it's really good. It's really awesome.
Yep, it's full of memes, Wiglet. It's still, it's just a worm with a Diglett face.
Well, Trio though. Well, Trio's pretty alright, to be honest. Like, it's a cool
Mm-hmm.
idea. It's a cool idea being three Diglets again, but on a rock. But yeah, I think it's worse off than Wiglet. I think Wiglet should have stayed Wiglet and just be Wiglet
Yeah,
forever.
yeah, it is.
Bombardier. Okay, I like the idea of a stork design Pokemon, a Bombardier.
It's the Titan.
Yeah, it's Titan, Keel. Okay, Bombardier really, being cool and all as the second Titan you face, and you know, Dark Flying's a good typing. Yeah, it's kind of forgettable to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. It's a stork. What can you really say about storks other than being a bad
Yeah.
movie? Um, Finizen.
It, finally, we get a dolphin Pokemon.
I think it's pretty cool. Finally, we got a dolphin Pokemon, and it's a cool one. I like Finizen.
Mm.
All right, next up is Zero Form Palafin.
It's just Finizen with a heart.
Pretty average. And then when you switch it out, though, when you switch Palafin out, Zero Form, and switch it out
Switch
from
back in,
switch back in, you get Hero Form.
which is, my god, pretty broken.
Yeah, it's one of the best Pokemon in Paldea. It's super good, super broken, super attackable.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Varoom, one of the most underrated Pokemon for me in Paldea. It's pretty
Pretty
cool.
underrated. Mm-hmm.
Revavroom.
Look, it's a car motor.
It's a car motor, and I like the idea of it fusing with the trucks that the Team Starbase crew
Yeah.
use. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Even base design Revavroom is pretty cool. Next up, Cyclizar.
It's kind of cool looking. Got that cool dragon typing.
Yeah, I know this guy is Ubers because of Regenerator and Shed Tail being such a great strat, but I kind of have mixed feelings towards Cyclizar. Yes, it inspired the two box art legendaries, but it's quite generic and I don't like its stats very much. Yes, the normal dragon, I don't like its typing either. Normal dragon for a motor. It's just a bigger Axew with a wheel.
And kind of not bad version of Grandpa.
The same feelings still apply. I think it's pretty average. Next
Mm-hmm.
up, Orthworm. I hate it.
Just because
Orthworm.
it's a steel worm.
I don't like Orthworm. It's my least favorite Pokemon in Paldea. I don't get why it's a Titan. Its face creeps me out. It's got little tiny nubby arms. I hate it. Earth Eater is a good ability. I wish it was on another Pokemon.
Yeah.
I hate this thing. Orthworm go in the trash of worst Pokemon ever. Glimmet.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
Yeah, it ain't bad. It's pretty average, to be honest. Glamora, used by the Ace.
Yeah.
You're used
The
as
ace
an
of the
Ace.
champion.
Yeah, it's pretty average as well. No,
Mm-hmm.
even though its ability of toxic debris is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Grievard.
But one thing we know about Grievard is the dancing one in Rhyme's gym.
DJ G Rave all the way, baby! I love Grievard so much. I think it's my personal favorite dog Pokemon in Paldea. It's really cute. I love the ghost typing. It's just overall really cute.
And I wish the dancing one is a meme.
It's gonna be a meme. Oh, I bet you it's gonna be a meme. Houndstone.
Yeah. It's just a bigger Grievard with a gravestone.
Yeah, still think it's pretty cool. I've used one in my first playthrough of Paldea, and yeah, a signature move, last respects, pretty damn broken. Thing is Ubers
Mm-hmm.
for a reason. Flamingo.
I I I've had experience with Flamingo, and my God, it's really goddamn good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I've used this on the first couple of parts of Paldea. Yeah, fighting flying is a great typing. And it's just
Lucha.
yeah, it's an amigo. Oh my God, it's the Amigos. Yes, it's the Flamigos. I think it's pretty cool, even though it's kind of a generic design.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Citadel.
It's cute.
It's a volleyball. I like it. It's pretty cool. And Titan.
Pretty, really, really cool.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's one of the most underrated Pokemon in Paldea. Just that ice typing is really good. It's really bulky, and it's got Ice Spinner, which is a great ice move.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Volton Veluza.
Oof. I've used the Veluza. I gotta say, I know it's pretty fast in the water, but my God, it's really good. But my God, it's kind of good.
Yeah, I'm a piranha there in the Amazon. It's pretty cool.
And it's
Done.
also got fillet away.
Fillet away, which is
Dragon.
a great signature move, a broken signature move. It's belly
Mm-hmm.
drum. It's belly drum, but shell smash. Next up, Don Dozo, the dumb catfish.
It's Wailord and Wishcast together.
Yeah. I think it's pretty all right. I think it's all right. I've used one, and it's pretty all right. Tatsugiri, I think it's really cool.
If you if you're going doubles, you might find these two more often.
Yeah, Commander is a great ability. To Tatsugiri gets the Dozo and just absolutely just tears through VGC. Like it's a broken strat for a reason. Tatsugiri, and I also like it because it's the False Dragon Titan. Spoilers,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Next up, Annihilate.
This thing pretty broken.
Yeah,
Really good typing of hitting ghost.
Primeape needed this. I love it. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Clodsire. It's my favorite Pokemon, Paldea.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
You,
I
you,
love it. It's flat down, poison ground. Just amazing.
yeah, this is my favorite Pokemon in Paldea. It's so cute. It's so huggable. I want a plush of these. I want a plush of Knackley and Clodsire. They're just so great. I love these two. And Clodsire definitely is what I want in a Quagsire, but much better.
Hmm?
Next up, Farigiraf.
It's Girafarig need an evolution, and we get this.
I kind of like it for being the Slowbro because its tail ate itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty cool in that regard. I like it. Next up, the troll, the Dunsparce.
Dunsparce needed evolution. We get this.
We get this sack of crap. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool because of the way Game Freak Troll does, of giving the Dunsparce that kind of evolution. Next up,
Yeah.
King Gambit.
Bisharp is already good as is, but giving it an evolution, oh boy, it's really. Oh boy, King Gambit's really good. I use one, and oh boy, it's awesome. It's really good.
Why the hell did they need to give? They feel the need to give Bisharp an evolution and make it like a mega evolution. It's still awesome, but my god, Mega Bisharp is the king.
Yeah, and it's also got that signature move in
Koto Cleave. Yeah, it's got
yeah,
the
totally.
yeah, it's got the signature ability as well of Supreme Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the Great Tusk.
Uh, it's prehistoric Donphan.
It's a woolly mammoth Pokemon. I love it. It's my favorite Paradox Pokemon. Of the two,
Mm-hmm.
of the past and future, I think Great Tusk really pulled it off really nicely. Screamtail.
Just put a tail on it.
Yeah, Jigglypuff put a tail on it. I think it's pretty average, to be honest.
Yeah.
Next up, why do we gotta talk about this thing? Brute Bonnet. Goddamn, I've never hated a Paradox Pokemon such as this.
Look at it. Yeah, it's almost. It's a Moongus.
With legs and a derpy face.
Yeah.
It's Amoonguss as a crewmate. Why do people not hate this Pokemon? Am I the only one who hates this Pokemon? Because I freaking hate it. Brute Bonnet deserves to be in a pile of trash. Goddamn, I don't like Brute Bonnet.
Because Among Us jokes.
I'm gonna make so many Among Us jokes with Brute Bonnet here. Frick. Fluttermane.
Alright. So if you past mischievous, and the name kind of looks like a My Little Pony name.
Yeah, it's Fluttershy plus someone else named Maine in My Little Pony.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool, honestly. It's an Ubers, and it's really, really goddamn strong.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is a Slitherwing.
Past Volcarona.
I kind of think it's forgettable. I think Volcarona did not need two past and future Paradox Pokemon. And yeah, this one's really generic. It's bug fighting, which Heracross does that in spades. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna remember Slitherwing as much as the other form.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Sandy Shocks.
Mm-hmm. It's a grounded Magneton.
It's pretty alright. I think it's alright. Next up, Iron Treads.
Our future Dawn fan.
Yeah, it's a giant wheel. I like it. It's pretty cool. Iron Bundle.
They just took the design of Delibird and make it robotic.
And it's really broken, as you said.
Yes, it's really broken.
Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty all right though. It's kind of an average design because it's a Mecha Delibird, but yeah, its stats and brokenness balance it out. Iron Hands.
Robotic Ariyama.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a great improvement over Hariyama.
Hmm?
Iron Jugulus, or as I like to call it, Iron Jigglypuff.
I know the name is a bit weird, but robotic Hydreigon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Moth. Now this is the better. This one, Volcarona should absolutely have stayed with this one because I think it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Iron Thorns.
Yep. Robotic Tyranitar. That looks like a Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool looking. I like it.
Hmm?
Next up is Friggybax.
That's kind of cute.
It's got a really derpy face. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Arctic Backs.
All right. It ain't bad middle stage.
Yeah, it's all right. Baxcalibur.
Oh boy. I've used this thing, and my god, I have so many experience with this thing. It almost dominated through Hassel's team in the Elite Four, and wow, it's pretty good. It's pretty broken as hell.
Yeah, I think this may be your favorite Paldean Pokemon.
To be honest, it is. It kind of is.
Yeah,
It is.
I like it. It's pretty awesome as well. Like, Baxcalibur deserves to be in the top tier of pseudo legendaries. It's really good.
Yep.
Next up is Gimme Ghoul.
Alright. Alright. The chest form is alright. It's hiding in a chest, but the roaming form is just it's just it with carrying a little coin. Kind of cute.
Yeah, I think it's very average. Both of them, if I would have put both of them, I think they're both pretty average. Goldengo, though?
It's Aegislash 2.0.
And it's got that signature move of Rainmaker! Or Make It Rain, if you're basic. Yeah, it deserves to be the 1000th Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool. Next up is Wo Chien. What a,
Alright.
yeah, it's pretty alright. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty average. It's a sea slug. Chien Pao.
Kind of Persian, but also Weavile with the typing.
Yeah.
And also those tusks, really long tusks.
Pretty cool. I
like it.
I like it. Ting Lu.
You know, one friend who keeps memeing about Ting Lu.
What the Ting Lu? I think it's pretty cool. And next up is Chi Yu.
Alright. It's just a fish. A nerdy fish.
It's a nerd fish with big ass glasses. Insulting design, but I think its brokenness balances out and it's pretty average. It's absolutely broken. Roaring wait. Roaring Moon.
Almost Salamence like, but just wow.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. Iron Valiant though.
It's It's got that Gallade back. It's really cool Gallade.
It's
Robotic
iron.
Gallade.
Yeah, it's Iron Gallade, but with Gardevoir mixed in, and I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome, actually. It's one of the best Pelion Pokemon there is.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, we got Koraidon.
It's it's the box art legendary of Scarlet, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and Miraidon, who I prefer more than Koraidon. I love the.
Yeah, but
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, they're both they're both awesome. They're the box art legendaries, for
Yeah,
God's sake.
and the fact that you get to be with them for like the whole journey from where you started to where you end up, Koraidon and Miraidon are just there, and they grow along with you. I think that's the best iteration of legendaries we've ever had, and yeah, these two are perfect in design.
Mm-hmm.
And
Surely does.
and that's it for the Gen 9 tier list. We have now ranked 1008 Pokemon in in all of 9 tier lists. Thank you all so much for watching, and
Excluding the original variants and whatnot, but hey,
who cares?
finally did it.
Just kidding, I care. Yeah, thank you all for
All
watching.
right. Final thoughts.
I think Gen 9 has a really strong selection of great Pokemon, but there are some Pokemon who I despise right here in the forgettable to worst tier. But yeah, all of them, it's kind of a mixed bag, Gen, like all gens are. But combine that with the gameplay of Gen 9, which I think is the strongest it's ever been. Yeah, I like Gen 9 as a whole. I think people need to appreciate Gen 9 as much as they need to appreciate Gen 8, but that's a whole nother can of worms for another day. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been McCoy, signing out.